Food safety is a big deal. It's about keeping people healthy. We all need to eat, but food can make us sick if it's not handled right. That's why understanding microbial contamination is crucial. Microbes are tiny living things that can spoil food and make us ill. We can't see them with our naked eye, but they're there. Bacteria, viruses, parasites, they all pose a threat. By understanding these threats, we can take steps to protect ourselves and our families. Food safety is everyone's responsibility. Let's talk about microbes. These tiny organisms are everywhere, including in our food. Some are harmless, even beneficial. Think about yogurt, for example. It's made using good bacteria that give it that tangy flavor. But other microbes are bad news. Pathogenic microbes are the troublemakers. These are the ones that cause food poisoning. They can multiply quickly in food, especially if it's not stored properly. Symptoms of foodborne illness range from an upset stomach to serious complications, even death in some cases. That's why we need to be vigilant about preventing their growth. Let's meet some of these microscopic culprits. Bacteria are single-celled organisms that reproduce rapidly. Think of E. coli and Salmonella. Viruses are even smaller than bacteria. They need a host cell to survive and multiply. Norovirus, infamous for cruise ship outbreaks, is a prime example. Then we have parasites, which are organisms that live in or on a host, feeding off them. Protozoa, another type of single-celled organism, can also contaminate food and cause illness. And finally, fungi, like molds and yeasts, can spoil food and produce toxins. Understanding these different types of microorganisms helps us develop targeted strategies to combat them. The first line of defense against these microscopic invaders is simple hygiene. Wash your hands thoroughly and often, especially before handling food. Use warm water and soap and scrub for at least 20 seconds. Think of it as singing happy birthday twice. Don't forget to clean surfaces that come into contact with food. Cutting boards, countertops, utensils, they all need to be washed with hot, soapy water after each use. And remember, even a tiny amount of contaminated food can harbor enough pathogens to make you sick, so when in doubt, throw it out. Section 5, Temperature Control, Keeping Microbes in Check. In this section, we will explore the importance of temperature control in food safety and how it helps in keeping harmful microbes at bay. Heat is the enemy of most harmful microbes. When we cook food at high temperatures, we effectively kill off bacteria, viruses, and other pathogens that can cause foodborne illnesses. This is why understanding and applying the right cooking temperatures is essential for food safety. That's why cooking food thoroughly is crucial. Whether you're grilling, baking, or frying, ensuring that your food reaches the appropriate internal temperature is key. This not only makes the food safe to eat, but also enhances its flavor and texture. Use a food thermometer to ensure you're reaching the right internal temperature. A food thermometer is a simple yet effective tool that can help you avoid undercooking or overcooking your meals. Insert the thermometer into the thickest part of the meat to get an accurate reading. For example, poultry should be cooked to 165 degrees Fahrenheit or 74 degrees Celsius to kill salmonella. This temperature ensures that the meat is cooked through and safe to consume. Different types of meat have different safe cooking temperatures, so it's important to know the guidelines for each. But it's not just about cooking. Cooling and storing food properly is equally important. After cooking, food should be cooled quickly and stored in the refrigerator to prevent bacterial growth. Leftovers should be placed in airtight containers to maintain their freshness and safety. Refrigerate perishable foods promptly at 40 degrees Fahrenheit or 4 degrees Celsius or below. Keeping your refrigerator at the right temperature slows down the growth of harmful bacteria and keeps your food safe for longer periods. And when reheating leftovers, make sure they reach an internal temperature of 165 degrees Fahrenheit or 74 degrees Celsius to kill any bacteria that may have grown. Reheating food properly ensures that it is safe to eat and retains its original taste and texture. Remember, temperature control is key to preventing microbial growth. By cooking, cooling, and reheating food at the right temperatures, you can protect yourself and your loved ones from foodborne illnesses. Always be mindful of the temperatures in your kitchen to keep your food safe and delicious. Section 6: Other weapons in our arsenal: pH, water activity, and preservatives. In this section, we will explore how these factors play a crucial role in food preservation and safety. Understanding these elements can help us better control the environment in which food is stored and processed, ultimately extending its shelf life and maintaining its quality. Temperature isn't the only factor that affects microbial growth. While controlling temperature is essential, it's equally important to consider other variables that can influence the rate at which microorganisms multiply and cause spoilage. pH, or the acidity or alkalinity of a substance, also plays a significant role. The pH level can determine the types of microorganisms that can survive and thrive in a particular environment. By adjusting the pH, we can create conditions that are less favorable for harmful bacteria. Most bacteria thrive in neutral environments but struggle in acidic conditions. This is why acidic foods, such as citrus fruits and fermented products, tend to have a longer shelf life. The acidic environment inhibits the growth of many spoilage-causing microorganisms. That's why pickling, which uses vinegar to create an acidic environment, is a great preservation method. The high acidity of vinegar not only enhances the flavor, but also acts as a barrier against microbial growth, making pickled food safe and long-lasting. Water activity is another important factor. It refers to the amount of available water in a food for microbial growth. Microorganisms need water to survive and multiply, so by reducing the water activity, we can effectively slow down or prevent their growth. It refers to the amount of available water in a food for microbial growth. Techniques such as drying, salting, and sugaring are commonly used to lower water activity. These methods remove or bind the water, making it unavailable for microorganisms, thus preserving the food. Drying, salting, and sugaring are effective methods for reducing water activity and inhibiting microbial growth. These traditional preservation techniques have been used for centuries and remain effective in modern food processing. And let's not forget about preservatives. These substances, often added to food, help slow down spoilage and prevent the growth of bacteria, molds, and yeasts. Preservatives can be natural or synthetic, and they play a vital role in extending the shelf life of many products. These substances, often added to food, help slow down spoilage and prevent the growth of bacteria, molds, and yeasts. By understanding and utilizing pH, water activity, and preservatives, we can better manage food safety and quality, ensuring that the food we consume is both safe and enjoyable. Section 7. Tracking down the sources where contamination lurks. Microbes are sneaky. They can lurk in the most unexpected places. Food itself can be a source of contamination. Raw meats, poultry, seafood, and unpasteurized dairy products can harbor harmful bacteria. Water used for washing produce or drinking can also be a source if it's contaminated. Humans are another culprit. Improper hand hygiene among food handlers can easily spread pathogens. Animals, too, can carry and transmit diseases to humans through food. Even the environment itself, including soil and air, can be a source of contamination. Understanding these potential sources helps us implement targeted preventive measures. Section 8. Spores, the supervillains of the microbial world. Spores are like the supervillains of the microbial world. Certain types of bacteria, like Clostridium botulinum, the culprit behind botulism, can produce these dormant, highly resistant forms. Spores can survive extreme conditions, including heat, drying, and even some disinfectants. They can lie dormant for years, waiting for favorable conditions to germinate and grow. This is why properly canning food at high temperatures is crucial to destroy any potential spores. Remember, when it comes to spores, prevention is key, as they are much harder to eliminate once they've formed. Section 9. The danger zone, where microbes thrive. This is a critical concept in food safety that everyone should be aware of. Imagine a temperature range where microbes throw a party. This is where bacteria, viruses, and other pathogens find the perfect conditions to multiply at an alarming rate. That's the danger zone, a range between 40 degrees Fahrenheit, 4 degrees Celsius, and 140 degrees Fahrenheit, 60 degrees Celsius, where bacteria multiply rapidly. Within this range, bacteria can double in number in as little as 20 minutes. Leaving perishable foods out at room temperature for more than 2 hours puts them squarely in the danger zone. This is especially true for foods like meat, dairy, and cooked grains. which provide an ideal environment for bacterial growth. The longer food sits in this temperature range, the greater the risk of bacterial growth and foodborne illness. Bacteria such as Salmonella E. coli and Listeria can thrive, leading to serious health risks. That's why it's crucial to refrigerate leftovers promptly, thaw frozen foods safely, and ensure that your refrigerator is set to the correct temperature, which is below 40 degrees Fahrenheit. Additionally, it's important to keep hot foods hot and cold foods cold. Use a food thermometer to check that hot foods are kept above 140 degrees Fahrenheit. By avoiding the danger zone, we can significantly reduce the risk of food poisoning. This simple practice can help ensure that the food we eat is safe and healthy, protecting ourselves and our loved ones from potential harm.